I think that narratives at a kind of city and ecosystem level are underrated in their power, right? So you think about why is everything Silicon XYZ, which I believe with a passion, because there's a transference, the perception of this means tech, and we're going to be like this label. Now, I think the derivative naming conventions have negative power because by their nature, you're saying we're going to be second best, right? We're going to be a pale comparison to this. It wasn't like Silicon Valley went and said we're the some shade of like Motor City or the Big Apple, right? One of the reasons I'm a big fan of a lot of what guys are doing in the Gundo is they didn't call it Silicon Gundo. Like they already understood at least the narrative power of that. Same thing with, when you go back, like we still use the term Renaissance today. And that's, it transcended what was, the city of Florence 500 years ago. Right. And it was one of the big observations that I had when moving here, because at the time, this isn't true anymore, San Diego's numbers in terms of innovation and so forth were better than Austin's. But if you like significantly better, Austin, let's use VC funding, Austin was like 8, 9, some using that range. San Diego was a very clear 5. Today, San Diego's taken a bit of a step back, and Austin is solidly 5. Last time I looked at the numbers, we're about $1 billion ahead of Seattle and like $2 billion behind, like I think Boston or LA. So we're not moving from that spot, but like it's kind of solidly ours. So, but when I ask people like that coming in, everybody assumes the opposite. Everybody already assumed that Austin was in that position. We talk about like 2017 to 2019, people kind of, moved here. They wanted to be in Austin because of that narrative, right? And I think now the narrative is even expanding to be, oh, well, if I want to be in defense tech, if I want to be in, something in, I'll call it countercultural AI, like, if you're going to build a foundational AI model, go to San Francisco. Like, but if you're trying to build something that looks different and maybe competitive, you want out of that bubble, like you have that. So I think that's what the narrative and the naming conventions and some of this and coining holds greater power than I think has been given credit.